15 Newton motor? I can't
Yeah,
believe this. What?
that's the alpha. Um,
That's nuts.
Bro,
this
the
is
alpha and the wheel alone is worth the $1,500.
yo. This is
Yeah.
You're
$500
getting a whole
off.
rig and pedals. You guys need to jump on this, man.
Yeah,
You guys need
$500 off.
Jeff, what a
Um,
find, bro. Holy smokes. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
don't sleep on Micro Center. I mean,
Even if
most
you
people
have to
don't.
drive, just
Shoot, this is
order it.
this is
Dude,
road trip
drive.
worthy.
Yeah, for real. Hello and welcome to the Chicane Podcast, where we discuss all things in the sim racing world. I'm your host, Jason Rivera, and I'm joined here by Mr. Eric Kelly and Jeff Smart. How's everybody doing today?
Hey, doing good.
Doing good, fellas. Good seeing you guys as always. Ready to get into it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, it's kind of an odd scheduling here, but we just wrapped the Tyson fight, so that's kind of
Yeah.
why we're a little we're a little beat down at the moment. Netflix problems, streaming problems,
Yeah.
internet problems.
We'll
I
use
don't
the
know what else.
quotations. Fight.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If you can, honestly, I don't want to spoil anything for those that aren't spoiled enough with all the. I'm pretty sure the internet's filled with that fight and the results and whatnot. But yeah, today is kind of a special day. It's actually a great time of the year to put out an episode like this. Today we're going to be covering 2024 guide for Black Friday for sim racers. Um,
Yes.
and it's going to be amazing. I'm really excited to put this out because it applies to everybody. It applies to people that have a rig, people that have a beginner setup, an advanced setup, an expert. There's always something. You're never done. There is no done in sim racing. You always want more. Um, it just depends on the person, right? From person to person, budget wise, of course, we're trying to be fair across the board. Everybody knows who everybody is. If you if you've listened to the recent episodes, you kind of get people's drift on what direction they're headed and what their preferences are. What's important to you is the most
Mhm.
important thing. What's
Yeah.
important to you and what will make you faster and what will make you happy, because those are the three things. It's just like golf. I don't know if you guys ever uh, messed around with
Yeah.
golf, but golf is all about, hey man, if you look good, you, you definitely play good. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
or at
Definitely
least you'll fool
helps.
some people.
there you go. I mean,
Yep.
we'll know that. I know when I got into golf, Eric was like, well, the clubs ain't the problem. When he saw my branded clubs, he's like, bro, the clubs are
Yeah.
not the problem at all.
Yeah.
You know,
It'll
there's a
be a long
saying.
time before them clubs get
It's the
problem.
wizard, not the wand. It's the Indian, not the arrow.
There he goes
Exactly.
with these sayings, man. I'm
Yeah, I
telling. I don't
guess I
know
don't know. Maybe I do
where
have the sayings. I don't know where they
you
come up. Maybe it's my dad.
you have like a
Oh yeah.
freaking. You're like a human vocabulary, bro. It's insane. So before we get into the Black Friday stuff, just a few announcements. I will be announcing a new segment for the show. It's not going to air this week because Black Friday, and we have other news to cover. As long as we don't have anything major to cover, we will definitely implement this, and it's going to be called the track of the week. And each of us are going to pick a track. We're going to go over the history. We're going to go over the turns. We're going to go over revisions of each track. And it's going to be crazy. It's going to be insane. It's going to be fun. And it's going to get you more interested to try them. Because have you guys ever noticed, right? This is a question for Eric and Jeff. And everybody that's
Mhm.
listening, email us at the Chicane Podcast at gmail.com. But have you ever noticed that you see a track, it's on your list, and you test it, and you put at least 10 laps? You start to get used to the track, and you're like, hey, man,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
a good track. And
Yeah. Exactly.
the track didn't change. Nothing
Yep.
changed. What changed was you learned that track and you know exactly what to do with it and you know how to push on it. And once you
Mhm.
learn how to push on something, it kind of grows on you. It's very rare for you to find a track that you're like, I just don't like it. You know what I mean? They're out there, but the majority of them, you start to appreciate everything, the nature, the items, the objects that are around the track, everything. So I
Yeah.
figured to add this into our regular scheduled programming. It'll be good for you, the sim racer, not just the beginner, but for all of us to have a discussion about how we got here and how these revisions happen. Because iRacing is hard at work with their drones scanning tracks, and they're doing it for reasons. There's tracks that straight up changed a whole turn. Like that happened to me on a Suzuka track. It There was one from one sim to the next. It was like, whoa, wait a minute. I don't remember this turn being so far out. And it was because I was racing on the old version. So
Mm.
to keep everyone informed, and of course, if we cover a track and a new update happens to come out, we'll come back and update you guys on that. But yeah, that's gonna be my portion of announcement. I'll hand this back to I'll hand this over to Mr. Kelly to see what you got for us this week.
Yeah, so speaking of tracks and iRacing, I bought iRacing. I know we talked about me building a PC and I dabbled
Yay!
around with some
Let's
Hey,
stuff.
listen.
go.
Hey, hold on, Eric. I really appreciate that referral code that came in. It
Hey,
it's
hey,
in it's in my
you
account.
deserve it.
There may be some surprises though. There may be some surprises during Christmas time. So m-
Hey.
please don't give up. Let me let you continue. I'm sorry for butting
No,
in
man,
there,
I'm
but
glad you got that code. You deserve it. Like I say, you've definitely kind of serpent me from PlayStation to the point I'm at now with the PC and everything. But yeah, I bought iRacing and dove into just trying to get it set up and everything, and did a couple of AI races. Um, it's different for sure. I was telling Jeff earlier, I was most intimidated about just the driving aspect of it, right? Because you hear so much about the physics and the tire models and the realism, and it's the closest thing to the real to actually driving a real car. And there was a little bit of intimidation coming from GT7, and ironically, the car that I'm in is not super fast, but it was predictable. It felt natural to drive it. The most difficult thing was really just the learning curve of all the aspects surrounding the actual race,
what
like the
car is this, Eric?
practice. This is the one I was in was
Mazda?
it's-
So
n-
sports formula?
no, it was one of the little formula cars, like the
Oh, the
older.
V. Was it the
Yeah,
V?
yeah, the V, yeah.
Oh shit, dude.
And so
Yo, jump into the FF 1600. It's a way better car than the V.
the
I
FF
Yeah,
if you're
1600,
gonna
is that
race
one of
the
the free
rookies, race.
ones?
yeah,
Yeah.
they're free.
Yep.
Yeah, they're free.
Okay, yeah, I'll hop into that. I was gonna ask you guys this, kind of being at this point, what do I need to drive? Because I drove that, I drove the CTSV, the Cadillac, um,
Hmm.
and just if y'all got some suggestions, but yeah, but the most difficult thing was just everything surrounding the actual race, like the build up to it, the practice lap, the qualifying lap, how that works. Um,
The
you
people,
know,
did you hear any chat or anything chatter going
yeah,
on?
yeah.
A
And
lot of
I,
cussing and
I'll
iRacing.
I'll send you. I
Definitely
took a
R-rated.
screenshot. Yeah, I sent a screenshot when I finished. Since you mentioned the people, uh, they basically blasted me after my race because I lost. And it was like embarrassing performance, Eric. But because
What? Why would
yes,
no? Come on,
so
man.
so so what happened
Somebody was
was
hating, bro.
I wouldn't
no.
even
So what
take my
happened?
time to do that if somebody finished
Yeah,
last.
I would only say something if you hit me and it was straight up like
Or
a
was
nose
this
Oh
your
dive.
no,
was this
no.
your
This
crew
was the
chief?
automated. This was
Ah,
yeah. I
okay.
wasn't.
All right.
Yeah, this was an
Oh,
AI
I see.
race. Yeah,
Oh,
and I finished last. And but the cool thing was
I've never done
because
one of
I
those.
had
That's insane.
crashed. Yeah, because I had crashed
And they
in my
talk
first
shit to
race.
you, the freaking
Yeah,
AI,
it talked
bro.
shit to me. I crashed in the first race and I ended it, and I redid the race. And I was like, I just finished the race. I don't want to do a practice lap. I don't need that. I want to go straight to the quali and straight to the race. They they kind of shit on me about skipping the practice lap. Like it literally
Oh,
said, like, this is embarrassing. Like, and they came up with some dialogue for
What?
me.
what?
I gotta send you guys a
Dude, I need to
screenshot,
go
man.
in there. I need to go in
What?
there.
Yeah,
I've
I'll
never
send
done
y'all
a
the
freaking
screenshot.
That AI,
It's
I think this
crazy.
is the first season that has that AI racing, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it came up with a whole narrative for me. Like I was basically fussing back at them, talking about like we're talking about practice. Like this is practice. Like that's literally what the dialogue it came up with. So
Practice. You talk about practice. I'm
yeah,
talking about the
that was
game.
kind of cool. But yeah, just learning the curves. I mean, learning the aspects of when you if you wreck, don't pit. Like hobble your car to the pits, but don't tow and the tow penalty and how those
Oh
things work
man.
and the formation laps and stuff like that. So just getting more acclimated to what it's like to be in a real race
Like the mechanics is
is,
what you're
is
saying. That's what you're
interesting.
just trying to get. Yeah, and that's a learning curve
Yeah,
that I had. So yeah, it's probably better that
yeah,
you figure it out not in
S-
a real race.
So Eric,
yeah.
I
That was kind
will.
of my goal. And also, the cars don't ghost when they wreck, like on
No, they
There you
don't.
go.
GT3. So
No, they don't.
there's that
They will
too.
flip and turn and the only
Yes.
they will fly off the. Listen, yo, iRacing has achievements. I don't know if you noticed. They have medals. And
Okay.
there's one medal that everybody can go and get, and it's the iRacing school, and it's a series of videos that iRacing prepared.
Ah,
It's new, um, and if you watch all 10 of them or something like that,
mhm.
they give you a badge for it. So I mean,
Okay.
my
I'll do that.
yeah, yeah, it's kind of cool, and you get to see what the rules are and not
Mhm.
figure it out during the race. You know what I mean? So
Yep. That helps.
would be nice. That's kind of
Yeah.
dope. Congratulations for getting in there. Respect the fact that you're not just jumping into multiplayer, that you're going into the AI racing and you're trying to be respectful and you're trying to learn before you
Yeah.
just jump in. But let me tell you
Definitely.
something, brother. Pick a car, don't switch
Yeah.
around. Pick a car, learn it.
Yeah,
Pick
Yeah.
pick a
agreed.
class. Do you want to do formula? Do you want to do sport? I'm a sport guy. Jeff is
Yeah.
clearly a formula guy. The differences are there's way more
One's
wrecks in a
cool and
formula.
one's not.
Yeah, okay. There's way more
So what
wrecks
so
happening
what
in the
sport car do you recommend starting out?
so I
Kind of
would try
depends.
right. Go ahead, Jeff. Let's hear
No,
what you
go
got
ahead.
to
This is
say.
way in your lane. I can talk the formula, but if you're talking sports, you take it.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay, I despise the MX-5. And this is going to set a lot of people off right now.
Yeah.
So, just please, I apologize in advance. And yeah, I'm in the pit lane back there. Sorry for the flashing lights. Anyway, uh I would say get used to there's a Toyota GR86. It's free.
Okay.
It's not the best car. It's
Yeah.
not fast at all. It's easy
Yeah.
to drive. If you get into an MX, there's a learning curve to get into to learning how to drive that thing. You
Okay.
have to put some money. But I will tell you this, and Jeff can also back me up on this. You buy one car. You buy the
Mm.
Ferrari 296,
That was going to
and
be what I was going to ask.
you can
Mm.
race rookies, D class, B class, C class, all kinds of different events. There's always people. And that's your GT3. And it's a GT3. It's a GT3 car.
Yeah.
And easy $10, or what is it? $12, easy $12.
Yeah.
The thing is that we have to build up your track. Um, you
Yeah.
have to build up your tracks, man. So
Yeah.
we have a
That's all
plan
the
of
money
attack
pit.
here. Yeah, we have a plan of attack here. We might. I'm trying to work this out. I just want to see how you feel about the game because AC Evo's
Yeah.
coming out.
Yeah.
You just got into iRacing. I don't want to force a
Mhm.
pill on you, bro. If you don't like iRacing and you want to go over to Evo, or you're fucking legitimate in GT7, like you just got your C license over there. I don't want to take you away from all that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you come at me in like next week or 2 weeks and you say, bro, iRacing is the shit. I want to continue. And I want to get you there because rookie cars can kind of ruin the
Mhm.
experience for some people. Because if you just race the rookies and you see how the cars are and how they handle,
Mhm.
you're like, oh, it's kind of whack. You know what I mean? But when you put just a little money, you're like, oh, snap. Like
Yeah,
this is paid
Yeah.
paid content. Trust me, it speaks to you.
you just got
I
to
Yeah.
just,
just get out of rookies and get into D class, and it's much better.
it's a
Yeah.
breath of fresh air, especially on any of them.
And I think it's
because
like 2 races or it's very easy to get out of rookies.
it's the
I
Yeah.
mean, I
safety
forget what it is, but it's very easy.
safety
Yeah,
rating.
for me, I'm most excited about racing some of the tracks that I'm familiar with. Like obviously, like being able to get into a GT3 car on Mount Panorama or something like that. That's what
Well,
I know. I know it'd be a whole animal to do, but just even if I, just want to do that with the physics and the model
right.
in
And that's what
iRacing.
makes it difficult. So here's a tip for everybody that's listening, and then we'll move on to Jeff's announcement. Whenever iRacing goes down in the maintenance mode, you need to get online right now because all the content on iRacing gets unlocked for testing. So you can go in Mount Panorama in a Porsche 911 GT3 for free. You can't race with nobody, but you can test it. You can test the products without
Mm.
buying them.
Oh,
That's
that's
your
nice.
time to test. And there's a new iRacing update that's coming out that we will cover sometime soon, very soon, because the first week of December, we're looking at a massive update that's happening. The news
Mm,
is starting to come out. I'm pretty sure everybody is reading up on the news, but we'll go ahead and cover and give our thoughts and opinions. But there
mm.
will be a maintenance phase with that. You have to catch it when it goes live, or when it goes down essentially. So,
Cool.
uh,
I like that.
yeah, man. So that way you can get a real feel what the game is like. But for now, fine tune the graphics, fine tune the seating. Make sure you take a measuring tape and measure the distance from your eyes to the screen and get your FOV right. Then adjust it back and forward to whatever you think feels right. There's
Yeah.
also reshading. What's this guy's name? Dan Suzuki just
Suzuka,
dropped a
yeah.
bit. Yeah, Suzuka, hell yeah, it's a beautiful track. But Dan
Mhm.
Suzuki, Dan Suzuki Sim Racing channel,
Mhm.
he released a settings video, but take those with a grain of salt. The man is running a very high end machine, so
Yeah. So,
put his
so
yeah. Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say for me, since I'm running a single and it's
You
not
should
even
be
a
fine.
gaming
Yeah, you
monitor,
should be fine.
I've maxed out everything and it's
Crank that
60
sucker
frames
up.
locked.
So
Yeah.
there's a
So
difference, guys. Just be careful.
yeah.
Because when you're racing against AI or testing, your frames are
Mhm.
way up. But when you're racing online and it's live, then your frames
Oh yeah.
kind of drop a little. So just if you're gonna turn the settings up, go into a practice race and it's free. You can
Mm.
register for a practice and not race and make sure it's full and see how your frames act. Because some
Okay.
tracks are older than others and they're not as optimized as the new tracks. That's all I'm gonna
Oh,
say. So
okay.
just
I'll
caveat.
tinker with that then.
Yeah, and then reshade.
Yeah.
Highly recommend everybody put reshade on iRacing. It's amazing. When you dial
Hmm.
it in, again, you can follow Dan Suzuki's guide on how to dial reshade,
Yeah,
but every
it's
monitor,
awesome. Stupid proof. Just follow
yeah,
his directions.
follow his
Okay.
directions and then fine adjust to what you see on your monitor because not every monitor is the same. And
Cool.
with
And
that,
performance-wise.
hell yeah, bro. So over to Jeff. What's going on this week before we open it up for the Black Friday deals, man? What's going on?
Yeah, so I was in the rig a bunch this week actually racing. After I was complaining that I didn't own a single track that was on the menu this week. Um, but I bought 2 of them. You know, it's just kinda like you just gotta build the repertoire and eventually you'll have them. But, anyways, so I started qualifying and I pulled up my first time P1, qualified P1 or, yeah,
Hey,
qualified, on the pole. Never done that
nice.
before. Uh,
Hell
and I
yeah, I
was like
remember. We
I
saw
was
the
like,
screenshots, man,
"This
in the
is" yeah,
video.
yeah. Humble brag. And then, race starts, and I think I was leading the race for, like, 2 or 3 laps, cruising along, and you're just telling yourself, relax, be calm, don't freak out, don't freak out." Uh, Spun out, went off the track, dropped to, like, P6 or 7,
Mhm.
and then, no kidding, battled back, and on the last lap, the guy in 1st place, and I was in 2nd place, spun out on the last corner, and I took the W, P1.
Nice.
Did a Verstappen,
First
bro.
Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate that. I don't know if that's an accurate statement. But anyway, so, like, dude, I was pumped. Like, that was my second win, but I hadn't won in, like, 9 months. And
Yeah.
then Jason, I sent a message to you guys, which you saw that stuff.
Oh no.
Um,
Why you guys
and
always pick on me, man? I
no,
was only kidding. I was
I know
only
you were, but then I
I
saw
was
him
only
look. So he's
kidding.
like, "How was the straight the field?" And I was like, "Yeah, it wasn't very strong." And then I go and
I
like
was like
qualified
straight to field
again.
question mark.
The best part of this is like the next night, Jason sends a picture to us that he wins a race, and I was like, "Straight the field?" Question mark.
There's no
But
comment,
anyways,
bro.
Yeah.
it was just
Yeah.
all week, and I'm gonna caveat this with it is not me that was getting better, head and shoulders better, but it just felt like I don't know what happened that maybe it was all the sales and all the like Eric, you jumping in that there were a lot of people coming in
Right.
that didn't have a lot of racing experience.
Yeah.
But
That
God,
and the Black
you want to
Friday
talk
sales, bro. Like
that
they're
if you
live.
want to talk about a confidence booster this past week in iRacing was the heat. I walked out of my rig
Hey,
that night and I was like 10 feet tall and bulletproof, man. I was like, I am the shit.
hey, you welcome,
But then you
Jeff.
look at it and it's all D class, and I'm sitting there with my B class, license. But I'll take it.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. Maybe there's a tick up in memberships. A bunch of people coming into the F. It was an F4 race. Um, I don't know what it was, but it was awesome. Leading the race, leading the pack through the first corner, and I was just waiting for somebody to just come up behind me. But
Yeah,
anyways,
man.
that's my thing. One other thing.
iRacing. Yeah, go ahead.
What? So I was cruising. I had to stay home. One of my son was sick this week, so I had to come stay home with him one day. And I found on YouTube. And maybe I'm never have seen this, but it's a Rex of the Week or Idiots of the Week
Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah,
for
yeah. On
yeah, yeah,
iRacing,
yeah.
iRacing.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So first of all, I had to check on what like 2 weeks ago. I had to check that I wasn't on there because I, I was like
Oh,
half. I
you can
spun.
make it on there, bro.
Bro, dude, it was bad. Like I was like front wheels were on the track, back were off. And I was like, oh shit, like there's cars coming around. So I tried to grab reverse to get out of the way. And like you're trying to do a million things. I'm like, click, 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 click. And I didn't click it enough to get to reverse. And I grabbed first. And I was a big jackass, dude. I hit first instead of reverse and went onto the track
Oh.
opposed to off the track. I felt terrible. I even went mic on and I was
Oh.
like, everybody, my fault, my bad. I feel terrible. But anyways, dude, like Rex of the Week or Idiots of the Week on iRacing on YouTube are awesome. Awesome. Go
Yeah.
check them out. They're a
And
riot.
they
They're a
put
riot.
music too, like a
Dude,
piano. They put like an instrumental. They
oh, dude. It's
they're
good
they're
stuff.
hilarious, man.
Yeah,
And
because
and
you're
it
like you've been there. If you haven't been there,
and you
you're
don't
lying to
feel so
yourself.
bad, bro. Like
Yeah,
when the stuff
Yeah.
happens, you know. So
but
that's
yeah,
crazy. That's a good point there, Jeff, on the YouTube channel.
it was good, man. Yeah, like I just put on every now and again. I'm like, yeah, oh, I can see how that happened. Yeah, oh,
That could
yeah.
be, dude. That could be someone's morning coffee, of course, after the Chicane podcast on Mondays.
There you
But
go. Yeah,
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 you
on
know.
Tuesdays you can, the idiots of the week. Let's see who's on there. It's like the what is that? The wall of shame, basically. You don't want to be on. You don't
Yeah.
want to be on the
yeah,
wall of shame. So
Yeah, exactly.
that's what's up, guys. I like to hear updates like this. They're genuine, they're real, and it's our lives that we're sharing here. And it's great because we build these rigs. We spend a lot of money building them, no matter how shape or form you look at it. Over
Mhm.
time, these things cost money. And
Yes.
sometimes a win, like Jeff said, after a few months would automatically make everything just great. Like hell
Yeah.
yeah, man. That's why I built this thing. I've had some fun, and I'm in the comfort of the comfort of my own house with my kids and wife, and I can jump in a simulator and just basically zone in and sweat it out on the simulator and then get off. You know what I mean? So
dude. I got off
Yeah.
and left the room, and I had a huge grin on my face. My wife was like, "What's wrong? What's up with you?" I'm like, "What? I can't be happy." And I'm like, "I just won my second race. Dude, I'm ready for F1, baby. Watch
Uh,
out."
oh yeah, and that's another thing. We've been hurting on this F1 break that I thought again that Vegas was going to be this weekend, and apparently I got to wait another week. I just
2 week
can't
down,
do
yeah,
it.
2 weeks.
Man.
So
Need
speaking
their
of,
precious rest.
I know, right? And they're not resting. They're skiing, snowboarding. They're posting pictures. They're on vacation. So good
Sim
for them, I
racing.
guess. Got to spend the money somehow, right? They make all this money.
Oh
So
yeah.
Black Friday. Speaking of Black Friday, before we get into it, Um, iRacing has a new, well, it's not new. It's a Black Friday deal. So
Mm.
if you have a new account, if you make a new account, you will get a 50% off on I think it's any of the subscription tiers. I think it's
Yeah.
3 months, a year, 2 or 3 years. So think about that. Something to think about. And if you are an iRacer, that's another one. You get a 25% off your yearly dues. So take a look at how much time you got left. And there's nothing wrong with adding time if you feel like, you're going to continue, or if you want to recharge at a discounted rate and take
Mm.
advantage. So just wanted to put that
Yeah.
out there. But let's get into the Black Friday deals, and we're going to pick the top three. I'm going to start with the first one. And then at the end of this podcast video version for you guys that are listening out there, check out the TGSR Track Goes Sim Racing YouTube channel. I will have honorable mentions at the end of this video. It's not going to be seen on audio, of course. So I will have honorable mentions for you to check out that couldn't make it onto the show. But we're going to at least cover the top three, the ones that I think that we all think, in our honest opinion, give you the most bang for your buck, because a 3%, a 5% sometimes doesn't really, it's okay. But a
Mm.
25% or a 30%, those kind of speak to me. Those are like once in a year that you can
Yeah.
get these kind of deals. So without further ado, the first one on the list is going to be Apex Sim Racing. So Apex Sim Racing, I'm going to go ahead and put this share some pictures. Just give me 1 second. And just so you guys know, at the time of this recording, the deals that are live right now are Moza Racing, SimLab, SimiCube, GT Omega, SimMagic, Track
Mhm.
Racer, and Apex Sim Racing, and also Micro Center, I believe.
Yep. And
So,
Advanced Sim Racing has a little Black Friday as well going.
yeah, I mean, and Steam also is going to be ramping up their sales too. So if you want to pick up a sim
Mhm.
there, that hasn't gone down yet. I think it's November 29th. So just stay tuned. Add the sims that you want to your wish list on Steam, because Steam, whatever game's on your wish list, Steam will email you and it'll tell you, hey, your game's on sale. So you can't miss it.
Yeah.
All right. So let's take a look at the Christmas catalog. This is their bundled deals. So look, there's already things that are getting sold out. Look at all this sold out. So that's how come we're trying to bring this out as early as possible. But this literally started today. And look at
Mhm.
how this is. There's people
Yeah.
buying stuff up already left and right, but they still got a, what is this? You know what? Let's check this one out real quick. This bundle. So you got a SimMagic GT Neo. It comes
Mhm.
with an Alpha Mini, the P1000 pedals. This button box that you see here is a Porsche 911. I have that on my rig. And then this is the mount for it. So
Mm.
$1,500 will, it's like a full setup right there without a rig, without a rig, which is not bad actually.
Yeah.
For context, I paid $1,200 just for my SemiQ Pro 2. So just to give you an idea on what you can be getting
Mhm.
for that budget, that budget that wants that whatever budget that you want to set for yourself. But and
Yeah.
there's three of these left at the time of this recording, so I apologize if they're not available. So let's go ahead and see what's inside the holiday catalog here. So this is what it looks like. We'll full screen it
Okay.
and then we'll flip the page. Check this out, guys. So here you got a 15% off all button boxes across the board. They don't come with the Santa though. I wish they did. So this
Yeah, they
race
don't.
deck is cool because you could put your Steam Deck, not Steam Deck, excuse me,
Stream Deck.
Stream Deck
Stream.
inside of this, and it
Mhm.
will add buttons and stuff like that. The race deck.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. And this one, I think this one is yeah, it's VESA compatible. So you can add a VESA. I think all of these are VESA compatible. So you got some more here. Full dash setups. These are nice. Very
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
nice.
just for context here, Jason, if I could pile on here, uh, you and I both have some of their stuff. I have they're like the integrated ignition switches. So
Right.
the red switch that you open up, hit the switch, and then push button start. Uh, Top quality stuff that they make. Really good
Oh,
stuff.
hands down.
Yeah.
If I mean, you're looking at these prices, right? And I'm telling you, this is kind of a buy once. I'm not even kidding. It's not 3D printed. This is real carbon fiber. Um, it's not something you get off Etsy. No pun intended. No disrespect to Etsy, but this is quality stuff. You know what I mean? Let's see the next page here. So these are kind of cool. I was thinking about these guys, the standalone LED eyebrows. So you can have brows, and they work with Daniel Newman's profiles as well. And these are the ones
Mm.
we have, the SimLab P1X pods. So if you have a P1X mount and it's a circle mount for your rig, it has two holes, which are weird. It's like two holes. They made this thing to kind of fit that and make it flush. It's kind of
And just so everybody
Oh,
knows,
that's
because I
cool.
learned this the hard way, SimLab makes one mount bracket that looks exactly the same as the P1X. They make one for the Evo. Those do not fit in it. They look like the same exact holes, but they will
Oh
not fit
man.
in it. So I was lucky enough to have somebody that had I don't know what you call it, type
oh,
of
you
drill
engineered
press.
something over there,
Yeah,
and it
I had a
came out
buddy
good.
yeah, like the guy had a electrical or mechanical engineering from MIT that did it for me, and it looked custom, but they don't
Oh
fit
yeah.
if you're getting the Evo faceplate.
And just so you guys know, all these button boxes obviously work with SimMagic. So this
Yeah.
knob can be programmed
Sim
to
Hub.
do, yeah, sorry. SimHub can be programmed to use multiple functions using Control Mapper on these buttons. Also, this knob as well. You can also assign
Mm.
a function switch, and it's nice. It's really nice. And here's some of the wheels. Not bad, dude. I mean, $75 for a rim.
$75. I might need to grab one of
Yeah,
those
that's
just
Dude,
for
it's just for rally, and you just attach
yeah.
you already have an extra one, bro. I know.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
QR.
Yeah, any QR will fit any 70 millimeter. You see these holes right here? 70 millimeters. That's another lesson that Jeff learned the hard way with his Soul Peck.
Like this guy.
Here's the direct drives. They sell Sim Magic stuff here. And here's the beauty about Apex Sim Racing and why it's one of my top. They are in the USA. They will ship in the USA for free. So they're located in
Yes,
the
sir.
US. You don't have to worry about customs. You don't have to worry about spending over a certain amount and then having to pay taxes. Don't worry about any of that stuff. It'll ship.
That's a win right there, man.
Yeah, look at this, man. Look at this FX formula, FX Pro, which Sim Magic, if you're listening, you lost out on a customer because Jeff was ready to buy this wheel night and day if it was SimHub compatible,
100%.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
100%.
They're lagging behind, man. They gotta get caught up. They really
And
do.
I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure you guys are smart enough to engineer something to make it compatible. So, anyway, here are the
Yeah.
pedals. I'll wrap this up, guys. You can kind of see the pictures on the screen. We'll scroll through. They even got 15% off Cube Control wheels. That is a massive, massive savings on these wheels. Think about it. If a wheel cost $1,000, that's $150 off.
Yeah.
Simple math. I'm telling you, can't beat it. Here are their wheels. So I have this one right here, the CSX3 six paddle for 1275. Beautiful price, worth every
Wow.
penny. Look at this Mercedes wheel for 722. It's a licensed wheel too. So not all licensed wheels are crazy expensive. You can get a
I don't know,
nice.
700 bucks for a wheel with no screen on it is this is an argument for another day.
I know. Hey, it's to each their own, to each
Amen.
their own.
Amen.
Yeah.
So here we got cockpits, and Saybell is new to the game. I have no information on Saybell. I know that they make real car stuff, if you
Yeah.
may. So they make real car accessories. So I don't know. I don't know what the deal with is with them. They kind of look slanted to me. I never tried one. Prices are kind of up there. If you guys can see on your screen, even with a sale, kind of
Yeah.
kind of up there. It's a brand. They have their seats, which look dope. Look at this SRP seat, Jeff. Tell me what you tell me. Tell me that one doesn't speak to you, bro. That F1
Yeah.
style. No,
It, eh, as much as I've drive Formula, I still like to have a little bit of versatility, man.
got you.
Yeah.
Understood.
That's a big
Again,
commitment.
it's personal preference. 10% off turn racing products. Turn racing products are good. They're high quality. We just don't see a lot of them. You know what I mean? And they're
Yeah.
priced fair. Like if you just want, you know, button box and a wheel, have at it. And this same pattern. And you can use any rim on this. You don't have to use their rim. I mean, you got to make sure that these little rivets here fit. That's the only thing you'd have to look out for. 10% off extreme sim racing gear. So these rigs are crazy. Look at this formula style rig. Kind of cool.
Oh.
Yeah. So this right here, wheel stand, I would not recommend this to anybody. So for
Yeah.
those of you that have this and it's all you can afford or it's all you can fit, more power to you. Not saying anything. But if you have just a little space, I would suggest getting a full 80/20 rig. It'll open up your options to attach all these things, right?
Yeah.
So here we got some formula bundle is kind of up there, $3,000. You get what do you get? The Saybell cockpit, the seat, the SRP1 seat, the Formula seat, the bracket, the wheel, Saybell DD wheel front mount, so you can front mount it, and it comes with a pedal mount, the Alpha, which is not bad. That's the motor you guys is running, the 15 newtons,
Yeah.
and a
Yep.
SimMagic P2000. That's not bad actually. 3 grand for all that. That's not bad. That's not
I
too
mean, it's
bad.
like 30. That's
Yeah.
30, almost 34. That's a lot of cheddar, but that gets you already
But
past your first upgrade level, I think.
Yeah. You're definitely
well, you
really
buy
doing
this,
well with
you
that.
have a rig, you know,
Yeah, you just
without a
need your
PC. Yeah,
PC or console
monitor.
Yeah.
Yeah, VR
monitor.
headset.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so these are the bundles. I'll skim through these. You can guys can look at the price. Uh Again, I'm not too sold on Saybelt. So they're trying to push Saybelt on you. It seems. Now this bundle right here is interesting. So $1,655 US we're talking. SimMagic Alpha Mini, a GTS wheel that Eric Kelly has. He can speak upon the
Yep.
P1000 three pedal handbrake, which is a regular one. It's not the whatever their upgraded one, which you don't need. Honestly, you don't need a yeah, and a Q1 sequential shifter for $1,600. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of. I would recommend this for a beginner build, definitely.
Yeah, that's going to be very similar to the one I'm going to speak to here shortly. We can kind of compare them after if you'd like.
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
man. So I'll wrap this up. I'm sorry, we're taking a little too long here, but they have a 35. Well, this is times two, right? Let me see. No, they have a 35 page catalog, and we're on page 31. So again,
I'm
I'll link.
surprised that most companies don't do stuff like this where they're bundles. I
Yeah.
know some of them do, but it just makes like if I saw some of this stuff when I was first getting into it, it just makes the first step into sim racing a lot more manageable and not as intimidating.
Right.
Yeah.
So honestly, guys, this bundle right here is a bundle I would recommend for a mid tier because it has that 15 Newton motor and it has a GT style wheel or Formula style. It's like hybrid. It doesn't have a
Yeah.
screen on it, but you get a P1000 pedals,
Yeah.
P1000 pedals, a motor, and a wheel for 1400. Not bad.
Yeah. That's a
Um,
good start.
I don't know about Sim Hub. I gotta check to see if this wheel is, but all it has is LEDs, so I'm pretty sure. Maybe. Anyways, so this is the catalog. I'm really
Yeah, it's a
happy how
pretty
they.
dope catalog that
Yeah, man.
I miss getting
Yeah, they
those in
did
the
it.
mail and stuff.
I've never seen it before. I've had their stuff for about 4 years. No, about 3 years now. So I can really recommend Apex Sim Racing products. They're branded products. Now there are other stuff that they sell. I mean, you guys recognize the brands, but yeah. So that's gonna be my portion of Black Friday. Check them out, Apex Sim Racing. They ship out of New Jersey, free shipping here in the United States of America. If for those that are located sim racers in the US, we have an option. It's not everything's from Europe. So
Nice.
that's my portion. I'm gonna hand this over to Mr. Kelly, and he will give us his opinion on what do you recommend, Eric? Well, let's hear it.
So seeing how I am, definitely kind of the one of the more novice sim racers, I have a good novice deal, or at least what I think is a good
No, 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 no. Wait
novice
a minute.
deal.
I'm stopping you right now. There's
Hey,
nothing
yeah.
novice about you, bro.
eh,
You're coming up in the world in GT7. You just been on the console for a little bit. That's all.
yeah, well,
That's
not
all.
as a not as an insult, but just more,
Oh, for
maybe
building perspectives, I guess.
yeah,
Yeah.
from a building perspective, and this is my I haven't
But Eric
been
Kelly
as
can
invested
drive. Check him
for
out.
long.
Check his streams out. You hear him breathing, but
Yeah.
he
Hey, I fixed that. I
you
fixed
feel-
that thanks to your feedback.
you hear him breathing pretty hard, but I see how you be taking them turns, bro. You got it.
Yeah, yeah, I
All right. So
appreciate it, man.
what are we looking at, Eric? What's up?
Yeah, so in the SimMagic lane, I saw a deal that I felt like was an outstanding beginner deal. So something that you can kind of upgrade from is a deal that SimMagic has for Black Friday. So this is their bundle. Their Ready to Race bundle is the Alpha Mini, the GTS leather steering wheel, which I have, and the P1000 pedals with no clutch, which is what I have. Which, depending on the type of racing you're trying to do, for me, I never need a clutch because I do mostly like GT style racing or even the road car racing I do. I just use the paddles. I haven't gotten into using the actual
That's
shifter and clutch yet.
that's
I
a
don't
good
do any
point, dude.
drifting.
Good price.
So yeah. So if you're just trying to get your foot in the door with some good mid tier equipment, this is a great deal. 1169. You got the wheelbase. You got this wheel. You got a pedal set with a good low cell brake. Great build quality on these, and you can upgrade the hell out these pedals. You want a clutch? Upgrade to a clutch. You want to remove the elastomers. You want the kind of pneumatic action for the throttle and the clutch. You can add that. You want vibration motors. You can add that. You want it inverted. You want LEDs. This
Hydraulics too.
P1000, yeah, I mean, like this set, you can obviously you're kind of limited with the wheelbase, but it's enough in the
Yeah,
DU
that's what I was gonna
modes
say. Yeah.
to give you the feedback you need. It's not going to rip your hands off, but you'll feel it. It'll be a definite upgrade from like a G27 or something like that all
Oh,
day, every
massive,
day.
bro.
Yeah. So
Night and day.
yeah, so if you've been looking to try to make that leap, this is a great bundle from SimMagic. And like I said, with the upgradability, it's crazy. They got a great ecosystem. Some of the other ones I know, Jeff, we were talking about, a wheel that has a screen on it and what it should cost. I was looking at this deal here. This, in my mind, is more of a kind of higher end deal. You got the Alpha U, you got the FX Pro as well, and the P2000 pedals, which you're still in the Sim Magic ecosystem, so you got that upgradability. Freaking 25 Newton meter wheelbase. You got this kind of more formula style wheel, but once again, you're in the Sim Magic ecosystem. If you want to pick up a this GTS wheel and leather or whatever. You of course you have the famed GT Neo if you want more of a GT style wheel. You can slap on here as well. Sim Hub compatible in a GT Neo as well. There's a lot of
Mm,
options. And then
yeah,
this kind of great bundle here if you are looking for something that includes
the do it all
um
bundle.
yeah, you want the inverted pedals. In my mind, this would be more of a if you're looking to race and maybe you want to do some drifting as well, or want to run through some gears or something like that. This seems like a great kind of mid-tier bundle. This steering wheel in my mind is kind of a step up. The GT Pro is a step up from that original wheel. You got the P1000 pedals, but it's coming with the inversion kit, and you're getting the Alpha U, which is their 25 Newton meter wheel base, and it's 1,800 bucks. So it's depending
So
That's a
on
what's the
good
what
price.
difference?
style
What's the
driving.
difference? What's the difference between this one and the one you were just showing before?
One of them's
Uh,
inverted, the other one's
Yeah, the
not.
invert, or are they both
yeah, so you got
alpha
that.
U's or the
Yeah,
alphas?
you mean between this
No, it has
one?
a DX8X too, which is a shifter and a sequential same time.
Yeah,
That one has a
yeah,
sequential on. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I
Yeah,
couldn't see it.
yeah.
yeah,
That's a pretty.
it's like right there.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
not.
don't like personal opinion. I don't like
Mhm.
inverted pedals. I tried it, and
Oh,
that's
you
what made
did?
me
Okay.
yeah. So
Oh,
I
okay.
I had bought a set of P1000s inverted, and I returned them.
Okay.
I don't
So
know,
what is
not for
the
me.
so what would you say is the biggest difference? I'm curious because that's like always been in the back of my mind. Like that's like a end
So
goal, I would imagine, but I don't
if
see a lot of
you
people doing it.
leave that picture up, so
Okay.
look at the housing. You see the
Mhm.
pedals, how close together they are?
Mhm.
You're very limited on how much space you can move the pedals in between
Ah,
each other. So it felt
okay.
cramped. That's what it felt like.
Okay.
So I don't have that adjustability. Usually, like I've always said on this show, happy medium. I'm a drifter. I'm a rally car. I'm a formula. I race all of them. So I like to have my clutch just way a little out, and I like to have my brake close, but not too close, and I like to have it angled. So because I like if I'm drifting, I like to rev match and do a heel toe
Mhm.
action, which is
Mhm.
amazing. These right here are amazing for heel toe. But if
Mhm.
I switch to GT style, I have comfort issues with it. I can do it, but I started to get knee pains, and
Mm.
once I started to get that, I was like, I can't do it. The pedals themselves were great. Nothing wrong with the pedals or the hardware. Everything
Mm.
plugged up nice and good and everything. It's
Yeah.
just it felt cramped, So just be mindful of that.
Okay. That
Mhm,
makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah. I was always curious about that.
They move, but they move very little, like very like you have very limited amount, and it's not like you can't take them out. You know what I'm saying? I maybe
Yeah.
you can. I don't know, but then that'll be a waste of money. I would just pick a side. Now that adds realism because that's how pedals are. They're inverted.
Yeah.
That's how the pedal in your car is.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but
That makes
that's my
sense.
thoughts on that. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh no, no problem.
Good pricing though. If you're
Yeah.
looking great pricing. That shifter alone and regular price is like that's like a $350 shifter, and it
Mhm.
doubles as a 6 gate or excuse me 7 gate uh and a sequential. The wheel is an upper class up, like Kelly said, and a
Yeah.
25 newtons, bro. That's end game. You don't once
Yeah.
you have anything over that amount is now you're looking at slew rates and how smooth it is, and dynamic feedback is what you're looking at. That's when you're locked into 10 newtons. 10 newtons is good, but you can't go. You'll clip, and if you clip that 10 newtons, you won't feel any feedback, and that's what we want to avoid at all cost is clipping. Going
Yeah.
over the feedback, and you just lose all feedback for like half a second or something. Kills it completely. But
Mm.
yeah, do it all bundle. That's what's up. Any
Yeah.
shipping? What's the shipping? Any free shipping on this? Because I know SimMagic.
Uh, I don't think from SimMagic, maybe from some of their retailers. They'll have some like maybe Sim Shop or somebody like that,
Yeah, it'd be
but I don't
interesting to
think
see
they're
if
doing
their
food.
resellers honor some of these prices.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
they do.
Because there's your shipping, right? We're not gonna. That's a hefty shipping from China versus where are they in Texas? Sim Shop, Sim Shack.
Yeah, Sim Shops in Texas. Yeah.
Je- Jeff's always calling them Sim Shack.
What is?
Hey.
And we had a hell of experience with that one, didn't we,
Yeah,
Jeff?
we did.
Oh
It
yeah.
wasn't their fault. Wasn't their fault.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
So you're not gonna throw them under
We
the bus,
moved
huh?
on. Let's just say that we
There you
moved
go.
on. It worked out. The same pedals are installed. They're working just fine.
They are. They
Hey,
are.
hey, what you say? A win's a win, huh? Yeah,
So we
take
got
that.
through December 6th, right? Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Hey,
Through
can you
December
go back to the
6th.
shifters? Let me just see real quick. Scroll down.
Oh yeah. Boom.
Okay, so those are the regular prices you guys can see.
Yep. So that
Uh
shifter in that bundle is normally 389.
you see?
Yep.
389. So you save $89, which it adds up. I'm telling you. 89 here, 100 there.
Man,
It starts to add
$89
up.
ain't nothing to snuff at, right? I mean, that's
That's
your
right.
year. That's a year of iRacing.
That's a few Starbucks, man. With
Yep.
with this economy. It's
Like
like a
two.
week at Starbucks.
Yeah, man. I hadn't looked at these prices since I bought mine, but just like the three pedal set is 560 for the P1000s.
Hmm.
So some of these bundles with the two and I mean $1,100 for that ready to race bundle. It's not bad.
It's if you're getting into the to sim racing now, it's really hard not to go to SimMagic.
Yeah.
I mean, they have such an entry level point for the dollars of what you're spending to the quality you're getting for your first
Hmm.
step into the sport is just really hard not to push people that direction.
Yeah, it really is. But yeah, man. Well, those are my deals. Like I say, I'm a little
Thanks, man.
biased at the
That's a
moment,
good
though.
find. Sim Magic. Okay.
Yeah.
Sim
But I'm gonna
Magic,
go
and don't
ahead.
forget the caveat. The caveat is if you're on a console, what do you need, Eric, if you're on a console and you go Sim Magic?
The Sigma Cortex converter, which
Yes.
is like $25. It's not much,
Well,
There you
really.
go.
box of magic.
Yeah, man.
A box that just makes everything magically work.
Yep.
So this is a great. I think I'm gonna say it here. If you have if you're on console,
Mhm.
specifically PS5, and you're
Yep.
planning on staying there, this is the ecosystem for you right here.
Yeah.
Support. Their Discord is on top of it with
Yep.
updates, and there's people talking, people helping out, and you have the Chicane podcast for any questions or concerns. We're
Exactly.
using this gear. Eric's using this gear on a console. So it's not like we're trying
Yep.
to sell you something
Yep.
and we don't use that. That this is his daily routine. I mean, he's got a
Yep.
PC now, but he can easily plug it into his Sigma converter and it's all good. So,
Yep.
thanks for bringing this up, man. That's what's up.
All right.
So,
Yeah, no
and
problem, man.
for yeah, man, and for our final, Jeff, what you got for us, my man?
Well,
What's
I was really targeting somebody getting into the sport into sim racing and Micro Center. Can you guys see what I'm sharing now?
yes, sir.
All right,
Yeah.
so Micro Center is a big player in the sim racing world here. So if you jump on
Mhm.
there, they got this pretty slick little setup going on for I think this is a
Ooh.
pretty rad price. You got the SimMagic Alpha base, the
Oh, it
Neo
comes with a
wheel, which is
rig. Oh
yeah,
shit.
and the same. I have the
That's
rig, the
nuts.
GT
Bro, that's
Evo,
cheap.
That's nuts.
and these pedals by SimLab. I was like super on the fence, talking to Jason a bunch about these, about getting these ones over the P1000s. Just honestly, the only reason I didn't is just there wasn't as much reviews at the time. Since then, there's been
Mhm.
a bunch more reviews about the SimLab pedals, and really nothing but good things to say about them. I think Boosted Media did one on them. There's
Dan
a couple on
Suzuki.
YouTube.
Dan
Um,
Suzuki's got a video on them too.
yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
sure you could buy some Etsy 3D printed. bracket to put a haptic on there.
Yep.
And
Yes, you
then
For
can.
sure.
yeah,
Yep.
Mhm.
and then the GT Neo, excuse me, the Evo rig from SimLab is, I mean, I'm running this wheelbase on there, and there is zero flex. It's no gripes or complaints about it. It's a fantastic for the price um, rig to put all this stuff on.
Dude, $1,500 is a steal.
I'm
Yeah, I
conf-
mean,
I'm,
That's
I'm like confused.
unbelievable.
Like,
I'm
yeah,
and
like I'm looking.
and
I'm like,
the
wait a minute.
caveat here is Micro Center. They will ship. They're in the
Yeah.
United States.
yeah. For some reason,
Yep.
this one's saying ship isn't available. I haven't signed in. I don't think this
Oh
one
snap! But it
has
says
picked. It's
available
probably just
for in-store pickup only.
yeah. It's because
Ah.
I don't think I'm signed in. It doesn't know which store I'm gonna go to, so that's why it's giving me
What
some.
about click on that? Please select your store right down there.
Where are you seeing that?
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, you can see where it's in stock. So there's a few states in there. If you guys can see this,
yeah,
there's
let's
a
check on
few.
this one in Columbus, Ohio, just to see what's going on here. Boom, ready to go.
Ready.
Pick it up tomorrow.
Yeah.
If
Bro,
you're in
you can get a
Ohio,
you can
dude, you're
Yeah.
in the
you
Going
know
to a
game.
how
micro center.
insane that would be that you could roll up with your truck or car and
Yeah.
toss this shit in the back.
Bro,
Go
yeah,
Yep.
home and start bolting away.
yeah,
Dude,
this is a for me. I mean, some of the stuff you guys showed was up there, but like this would have saved me the whole Fanatec 9 months that I had. Nothing against Fanatec, you know what we've had many conversations about what they've done for the
it
sport.
got you into the hobby, bro. Straight
Absolutely.
up.
Yeah.
But
Straight up.
for honestly the same, probably way cheaper,
Oh yeah,
you're
way
getting a
cheaper.
way better product.
Is that
Um,
a 15 Newton motor? I can't
yeah,
believe this.
That's
that's
What?
the
alpha.
alpha.
That's
Um,
that's nuts.
Bro,
this
the
is
alpha and the wheel alone is worth the $1,500.
this is
Yeah.
You're getting a
$500
whole
off.
rig and pedals. You guys need to jump on this, man.
Yeah,
You guys need to.
$500 off.
Jeff,
Bro,
what
that's
a
Um,
find,
crazy.
bro. Holy smokes.
yeah,
Holy shit.
don't sleep on Micro Center. I mean,
Even if
most
you have
people
to
don't.
drive, just
Shoot, this is
order it,
this is
dude,
road trip
drive.
worthy.
Yeah, for real. Make a whole day out of it.
Wow.
Yeah. Look at they got three hole of all three in the bundles in Columbus.
So
Yeah.
listen, guys, you really need
Man.
to, if you're building a rig, you're starting up, if you want to upgrade, if you're coming from a foldable, I
Now's the
I'm
time.
speechless, bro, with this. This
Yeah.
tops everything that we've shown.
I mean,
Yeah.
Everything.
This
yeah,
takes the cake,
you'd
man.
be
For real.
This what?
and if you could go there, no shipping for
I would
1,500,
buy
like,
this for a second rig, bro. Like straight up. If I wanted to have a second rig for like a VR thing.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
for
like a
$1,500,
great.
like, there's
Yeah.
some steering wheels you can't buy for $1,500, and you're getting the whole setup
This is
here,
true.
Bro, that's crazy.
you know?
That's
And like you
nuts.
said,
Yeah.
Eric,
Yeah,
like,
I'm
if
shocked,
you had a
bro.
console, you're done, right? You just set this up,
You're
hook
done.
up your console, and you're playing.
Yeah, and if you
Yeah.
have a VR headset, you don't have to worry about monitors. You set the console in the corner, plug in your
And
VR and a PS5, fire it up,
and
go.
yeah,
And
and for
and just get you a seat.
$1,500, you have a
Okay, you
sweet
need a
rig.
seat. Yeah, you
You
need
need
a
a seat,
seat.
but
You need the seat.
but
Yep,
even
you're right. I
still,
take it back. You would need the seat.
yeah.
But
I
dude,
mean, because the
we
rig
just
is
talked about a $200 NRG seat on Amazon. So I
yeah,
mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
and this is universal. You can bolt
yeah,
in any seat you want. It
yep.
could be a freaking seat out of a Honda Odyssey or whatever it is. If you got one of those laying around, I don't know.
Or a Honda Civic.
Or a
Yeah.
Honda Civic that Eric might be selling soon. Who knows?
And
I'm telling you.
yeah, and the seat sliders will fit onto it. I, gentlemen, this
Yeah.
is a pretty rad deal
And it
for
doesn't take
Yeah.
up that
anybody getting
much
in.
room either, right?
No.
Jeff, you
Nope.
was able
Yeah.
to squeeze this into like what is it? A vestibule. That's where he had his rig in the first go,
Yeah, I'm
bro.
not proud of it, but you know, at the moment that's all I
It's like a
had.
vestibule, like a
Yeah, it was like a
passageway.
built-in desk loft area. I don't know.
It was
Oh
kind
But
of
man.
cool how you had it, honestly. It was
I mean,
cozy. It was
you do
cozy.
what you got to do though, right? I mean, it was either that or
Yeah.
don't race.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
And
So,
that is awesome, bro. Wait, wait. Oh man, I saw something about a 75 promo. Anyways, guys, no worries. these deals at the
75
time of
promo
this.
was if you applied for the credit card.
So there you go, man. I mean, you can get a
Mm.
credit card, but be careful with that because
Yeah, especially get
Mm.
yourself in trouble.
woo,
Yeah.
you're gonna end up spending way more than 1,500. I
Oh
promise
yeah.
you. Open
Yep.
line of credit. Black
Boy, you'd have a
Friday
sweet rig, but you'd be paying for it
recipe
for the
for
rest of your life.
disaster. You know, you'll be fine.
Mhm.
You'll be fine.
For
They'll
90
hit you.
days. For
Yeah,
90 days, you'd be fine.
you better make sure you pay that off. But man, what a wonderful episode. This
Yeah.
brings joy to my heart. It's our first holiday season together, all of us as sim racers.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're starting it off and we're doing it right. So I mean, and again, we're all here to try and save you money. That's we just looked at
Yeah.
three perspectives. I didn't mention SimiCube. SimiCube has a massive discount on their active pedal, but we're targeting people that are looking mostly to start your rigs. I'll have the honorable mentions, which SimiCube will definitely be there for
Mhm.
the people that have setups and are looking for the next level, the next step, which is highly recommended. They've been with me for almost a month, the active pedal, and I have a grin that I cannot get rid of every time I sit in the seat. And you guys, I'm not kidding. It is by far my favorite piece of gear on the rig right now. Not even my steering wheel, not even nothing. My seat, my screen, nothing. Not even
Yeah.
my 4090, which I was obsessed with. The power of that thing.
Yeah. He will
This
shank you over this
pedal
pedal.
is you put it on, it's like, bro. Jeff has been avoiding coming over the house.
I know, man. My life's
He
a
is a
dumpster fire
smart
right now.
dude. This is a smart man. He's way smarter than I thought. I knew he was smart, but goddamn, bro. I didn't think he was that smart. So, anyways, guys, any round tables before we wrap up the Black Friday episode? It's been great. It's been fun. I love talking about this. Um, yeah, any round tables? What you guys got? Anything else? Anything to add? Anything you think we forgot put in there? I'd say keep your eyes peeled straight up because these deals are early, right? We're not
Yeah.
technically Black Friday. We're at the start of it. So you got Cyber
Yep.
Monday, you have the actual Black Friday day, but
Mhm.
there's a thing. If a deal is great, like that deal that Jeff showed us,
Yeah.
you need to go and you need to buy it and you need to run. Because if you
Run.
wait, yeah, you need to run because things like that
Yep.
that people haven't noticed that's kind of under the radar straight up. Uh
Yeah.
they will sell out big time. I promise
Yep.
you, someone will snatch that up in a heartbeat.
I'm
So
telling you. And just
that's
for
all I got to
context,
say. Yeah.
I I was gonna say just for context, I was gonna get that rig. I wanted that rig very bad, not bad enough to pay the shipping, which is $265. So if you're thinking about whether a trip to a micro center, if it's a couple hours away, is worth it, I think to save $265 plus to get the rest of the deal, just to reemphasize how good of a deal that is.
And
If you can pick it up and drive away with it.
I want to chime in on that. If you have a family and you have kids and you can't really afford to take the time to go away for a road trip,
Yeah.
this is easy, bro. You conceal the plans. You tell them, we're doing a road trip. We're gonna go and see, I don't know, the freaking tallest building, whatever it is that's in Wisconsin or whatever the hell we're trying to Columbus, whatever's in Columbus. Look up the top 10 things to do in Columbus and tell your wife, we're going to Columbus. We're going this weekend and we're taking the whole family. But
Uh, you sound
and
like
as
you
soon as
speak
we
from
get there,
experience.
I'm telling you, bro,
Exactly.
you got to be careful with these things. You can't tell her over that you're going for sim gear. You're like, hey, wait a minute, I got to make a stop real quick at
Hey,
Yeah.
the
so pro
at the
tip,
micro center. But don't
you know what
tell her
works
that. Don't tell them that before you get there. Tell
you
them
know what
that
works
when
for
you're
me?
already in the parking lot.
This is hey, this is
Oh,
what
how
I
did you
do
get
is
here?
I tell the wife, I'm like, "Hey, I'm gonna take the kids for a little ride. We're gonna have a nice little day with the kids. You can have the day at home and relax and do whatever girly stuff you want to do, watch
That
TV,
too.
whatever. I'm gonna
Yeah.
take the kids, and then bam, road trip. We'll stop and get some, cool lunch, whatever for them. They'll have a good time. And on the way, last stop, boom, pick up my sim gear. hightail it
Yeah,
There
home.
you go.
and it comes in small boxes.
And then
It's
she's
not.
happy, I'm happy,
There you
kids are
go.
happy.
Amen.
Th-
If
This is where I
everyone's
learned it
happy,
from.
there's
So
no. I'm telling you, if everyone's happy, there's who's left. Think about it.
D-
So,
Yeah, man.
hey,
Facts.
to all you wives that are watching us, don't hate us for this, but
Yeah.
we there's some
Just look the other
engineering.
way.
We've been doing research for 2,000 years. We've been on this earth. We've been studying, and we've have all the documents, and we have all the research on how to get away with shit. Trust me. So
happy
When you
wife,
see us
happy
doing it,
life.
just look the
okay,
other
yeah,
way.
happy wife, happy life. I mean, it's a two thing. Remember, guys, it's a two thing. Two people, two people working together. That's my opinion. This isn't a. We're not getting emotional on the Chicane podcast. I've had a few drinks. We watching
Mhm.
Tyson. 58 years old, do his thing,
Yeah.
and now we're back to sim racing. What a wonderful day! What a wonderful way to close a weekend here. So
Oh yeah.
Jeff, what you got for us, man? Anything else, or that was your round table, right?
Yeah, I'm
The
done. I'm good. Round's complete. Everybody drive fast and break late.
There it is. Drive fast
Yeah,
and
man.
break late.
Yep.
Eric, welcome to iRacing. You
Appreciate
haven't
it.
given me a call for the settings. I'm watching you.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, man. I had that time
I
yet,
know
man.
you've had some time because you know what I'm saying. So just give me a ring when you can.
Well, I know that's gonna be a hour plus call.
That's
I
what
gotta
it
knock
is.
that
That's
out.
what it
Yeah.
is. So, guys, happy shopping. And of course, don't forget, this is that one time a year where take the time. I know we're talking about all this sim stuff, but also don't forget about your loved ones and your family. Make sure you make time for them as well because they support you just as much as you support them. So, like I said, it's a team thing. There is no one more than the other. Remember that. And yeah, so if you had to take them out, do whatever you got to do. And as soon as you come home, you install them pedals straight up. Then they can't say anything. We went out, we ate steak, we
Uh,
had wine. What do you want? Just I'm kidding, but you know what I mean when I say. And to all you listeners and viewers, again, email us at the Chicane Podcast. Tell us know what you think. Chicanepodcast at gmail.com. Let us know what you think. If you find a deal that we didn't see here because we're in the early stages, email us and we'll add that in the next episode in. And with that, please, everyone, have a great freaking start of your week and happy shopping. Thank you.